Hello, welcome to Hope and a Token vlog. I'm sure you were just as thrilled as I was on Tuesday with the inauguration of President Barack Obama. Really, what a great feeling and how wonderful to experience it with so many happy people and just such a wonderful sense of community again. I do believe, as many, that this is a whole new era for our country and for the world for that matter. So I am absolutely thrilled, deep down inside thrilled. And President Obama, you have our support and prayers. We're with you. Hope, change, and progress. And with that said, as you said, it's time to get to work. I wanted to talk to you a little bit tonight, to continue talking to you about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. If you read my recent vlogs, I give you a short history of Israel, Gaza, and the West Bank, the occupied territories, and particularly the 1947 UN partition plan that gave birth to the nation of Israel in 1948. I did this, I put the history online as a prelude to the unveiling of the GUM peace plan for the Middle East. But I have to tell you, there was an event this week that is making me unveil the GUM peace plan for the Middle East a little prematurely. You know, if you live alone and you spend a lot of time alone, it's really important to check in every once in a while just to make sure you're not slipping over that solitary, slippery slope. Well, I had a slippery slope moment this week, and it kind of freaked me out. This week I was looking online at the New York Times, reading it, and I came across this op-ed online about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and hopes for a peace plan. And as I was reading it, I was absolutely stunned. I said, this could be my words. I mean, I felt like I was reading my own thoughts. Let me give you the beginning of this. The shocking level of the last wave of Israeli-Palestinian violence, which ended with this week's ceasefire, reminds us why a final solution to the so-called Middle East crisis is so important. It is vital not just to break this cycle of destruction and injustice, but also to deny the religious extremists in the region who feed on the conflict as an excuse to advance their own violent causes. If you read this, watch my vlog, I said exactly that. Like I said, this could be my words. Absolutely my words. I'll continue. A just and lasting peace between Israel and the Palestinians is possible, but it lies in the history of the people of this conflicted land and not in the tired rhetoric of partition and two-state solution. The GUM peace plan, in a nutshell, rejects the two-state solution and calls instead for one state. One state that is comprised of Gaza, Israel, and the West Bank. No more two-state solution, okay, like it says right here. So I'm reading on, and I'm thinking, my God, somebody's stolen the GUM peace plan for the GUM peace plan for the Middle East. Somebody's stolen it. I mean, I keep it under lock and key, but somebody's stolen it. And I get through the article, and like I said, it's like I'm reading my own mind. And I get about 3/4 of the way through the article, and I happen to glance up to see who the article is written by. Do you know who this article is written by? This article is written by Muammar Gaddafi. I'll say that one more time. This article is written by Muammar Gaddafi. Muammar, I shot down Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie, Scotland, and killed 270 people, and I still won't admit it? Muammar, I'm the mad dictator of Libya? The guy's a terrorist. He's crazy. And I mean, I've heard, you know, great minds think alike. I guess crazy ones do too. I mean, we have absolutely nothing in common. I mean, you know, except for, you know, we both like to dress in drag occasionally. But I'm saying a madman's words could have been substituted for my own. made me feel a little freaky. I'm still not quite over it. But no matter who wrote this, this is a profound idea. And as I started sort of looking around and researching a little more, this issue of a one-state solution for Israel, I guess the peace plan for the Middle East wasn't the first to come up with it. Anyway, there seems to be a lot of talk about this. As a matter of fact, there seems to be even a resolution being written to present before the UN. I will go through in my next post, line by line, the reasons for a one-state solution. Basically, to sum it up, there is no way to separate people anymore. You have tens of thousands of Israeli settlers in the West Bank. You have Palestinians in Israel. Gaza has been flattened. You can't separate these people again. You can't separate them into little partitions. I mean, the first partition was a disaster, so why do the same thing again? I mean, haven't we found that separate but equal never works? Never works. Going down the road of a two-state solution is an effort in absolute, it is a worthless road to go down. The time has passed for that. And I think there are many great benefits to a one-state solution. Like I said, I will go through the next post and go line by line and tell you what I think are the barriers and also the benefits of a one-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. But I will say this. Think about this now. Think about this. Who better than to have President Barack Obama bring this notion to the world of a one-state solution? This being the very man who embodies our 400 years of conflicted history. The man is the walking proof that different races and different backgrounds and different heritages, even with a history of oppression and being oppressed and victims and perpetrators can eventually come together if it is desired enough, and come together and solve a conflict in a democratic, peaceful, cooperative manner. It can happen. It has happened. There's no reason it cannot happen in Israel. And what a perfect moment. What a perfect messenger in Obama. I'm going to tell you, this idea is going to have some legs here soon. So anyway, next time I will go over the details. I'm sure even from my last vlogs, I had people say I was anti-Semitic. I said people say that I was, I hated Arabs. We need to look at these ideas without those kind of labels. In all transparency, I am a converted Jew, but I really believe we all need to rise above our own interests, so to speak, to get to a solution. So anyway, next time I will go over those details. I will finish with Mr. Gaddafi's last line. If the present interdependence and the historical fact of Jewish-Palestinian coexistence guides their leaders, and if they can see beyond the horizon of the recent violence and thirst for revenge towards a long-term solution, then these two people will come to realize, I hope sooner rather than later, that living under one roof is the only option for a lasting peace. Until next time, thanks for watching. Muammar and I say peace.